All right, guys, we've got a freaking killer first guest.
Truly.
Okay. Are you ready for this guest?
Woo!
Good. She is one of the hosts of Funnelingus here in LA. Give it up for Dana Donnelly.
Hey guys, how are you? So I recently dated a guy who would ask me when my 17-year-old sister turned 18. Every single time we would hang out. Horrible. Like, obviously I broke up with him. This guy was clearly really bad at remembering birthdays. I didn't want him to forget mine. Speaking of birthdays, I really hate the phrase party like it's your birthday. I don't like to party like it's my birthday. I like to party like it is my enemy's birthday. And they are turning 30. If you don't think that's funny, you're old. My sister is prettier than me. I hate saying that, but it's true. My mom really thinks my sister's prettier than me, though. To my mom, my sister is Gigi Hadid, and I'm like George Lopez, but short. My mom told me, she was like, "You're not going to believe this, but my friend Sally told me that she thinks that you are prettier than your sister." And on one hand, I was like, fuck you, Mom. I don't need the validation of a stranger. And on the other hand, tears of joy did flow out of the ski mask I wear every day to cover my face. I'm 24. I turned 24 pretty recently. I never thought 24 was that old, but my grandma, who's 90, thinks it's really old. She called me on my birthday and she was like, "Dana, I just need you to know that by the time I was your age, I had already been proposed to by 3 different men." And I was like, we weren't all lucky enough to grow up during the Great Depression. Those guys probably thought you had food. My grandma asks me a lot if I have a boyfriend, and she gets really sad when I tell her that I don't. And I wish I could just be like, "Look, Grandma, I may not have a boyfriend, but I have fucked all the hosts of one podcast." That means something in this town. I date a lot of white guys because they need me. But I've noticed that some white guys are so afraid of seeming racist that when I ask them if I'm their first girlfriend that's not white, they will totally avoid answering the question by reminding me that I'm not their girlfriend. I'm not in a relationship right now. I don't think I'm in a good place to be in one. I first realized that I was a bad girlfriend when my ex started going to therapy. And my first thought was fuck, the therapist is definitely gonna tell him to break up with me. And then the therapist didn't tell him to break up with me. And I was like, that's a bad therapist. What are their credentials? My friend was telling me that the guy that she's dating has a picture of her on his nightstand. That's crazy, right? Goals. I would love to date a guy who has a nightstand. I'm not a hot girl, and when I say that, I'm not putting myself down. I just mean I didn't move to LA to model, you know? I moved to LA for normal reasons, to be one of those short extras that they need for Tom Cruise movies. I know I'm not a hot girl because I have never been able to talk about astrology on a first date and still gotten a second one. I do think I'm like hot though, but I think I'm hot in a way where it's like most people want to have sex with me, but like not if they have to be nice to me to do it. Big news for me, I finally got paid by a swimwear company for posting a swimsuit picture on Instagram. Thank you. All I had to do was take it down. I'm thinking about getting a face tattoo, just so people stop asking me to watch their laptops when they go to the bathroom. I think it'll be effective because it's like, okay, like, would you ask Post Malone to watch your laptop? I wouldn't. Like, I'd be worried he'd steal it to make music. I'm really interested in those careers that you can like do topless. That's really interesting to me. I was realizing though I'm not really qualified for any of them. Like, okay, like topless maid, like I can't clean. Dancer, I can't dance. The kind of lawyer I walked in on helping my dad with his DUI. Okay, it's like I can't have sex with my dad. No, my dad is dead to me, and also to the coroner. He's just dead. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much. So my dad died, and he had a lot of money, and because of that, I'm like pretty well off now. And sometimes when people find that out, they like get jealous, which is so stupid because it's like, okay, yeah, like I have some money, but I would obviously much rather have my dad still be alive, because he would have gone on to make like so much more money. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'm Dana.
Keep it going for Dana Donnelly.